Hi, science class. So I sent out a email with all of the updates from last week at the end of last week, and that seemed to make a huge difference in communication to you guys. I saw a bunch of completed assignments that were coming in over the weekend. I did not take a look at things over the weekend, although I appreciate that you guys were getting some stuff done and getting it turned in. Definitely on my agenda today is to be getting you feedback, getting information on that. Here's the plan for this week. The original choice boards, there was the 2-point, the 4-point, and the 8-point, and then there were those two 16-point assignments that had previously been posted. I'd like to have already received those 16-point ones. So going forward through this week, we're going to say just the 2 4s and 8s are available. You are looking to have 40 total points by this Thursday. Friday should be Good Friday, so it should be a day that we're not having school. So we're looking for 40 total points by the end of this week, which is going to be Thursday. In any combination from those choice boards, stuff all over the place. And again, as I'm recording this, it's not quite 10 o'clock in the morning, and then I'm going to be going and taking a look through your assignments, giving feedback, checking where you're at, trying to get you a running total. My intention is to make a spreadsheet that then you guys can view what your running total is. I'm just not 100% sure that I can do that. I have to see what options are going to be available to me as I try to create it. So if I'm able to create that, of course, I will let you guys know, and I will give you an update. If I'm not able to create it, I'll get you an update in tomorrow's vlog. But so a grand total of 40 points. If you've already done your 40 points, as I always say, read, go outside, get some outside time, and be well as you do those things. Take care of family, take care of yourself. Get some exercise, drink plenty of water or juice to make sure your hydration is staying up, and try to eat appropriately. That's one of my goals for this week, is to get back into the eating appropriately. I've been having some struggles with this stay-at-home order and not necessarily making the best food decisions. But we're all in this together. And I share those things out to kind of give you that personal touch that I try to share within the classroom as well. If you ever need anything, that personal touch, or just to check if your assignments are correct or whatever it might be, please feel free to reach out. You can email, or at the bottom of my email, there is that phone number, which is a Google Voice, so you can text that as well. And like I said, I hope that you can be well. Make sure you get 40 points done off of those choice boards for this week. If you're not able to get onto Google Classroom, the choice boards hopefully should have also been printed out and handed out with assignments for this week. It was a little unclear to me, the message I got back, if they actually shared the choice boards, or if they gave limited options. Whatever you happen to have, please go ahead and try to work on that. With the choice boards, one of the questions I've been getting is, do I have to do it on Google Classroom? No, of course not. You can take a brief video, you can take a picture of an assignment that you got done, you can do it on paper and take a picture of it, and email it to me. Any kind of option like that is going to be perfectly fine. As long as I can see that you're putting effort in, things are going to be perfectly fine. As we are going forward, you may have already noticed this in the choice boards, some stuff was a little bit new. A lot of it was more review. The primary focus during the school closure, as put out by the Illinois State Board of Education, is going to be more on review than on new. The board, in their immense wisdom, and I honestly mean that, that's not sarcastic, has decided that it's going to be much more difficult to try to teach new material remotely than it would be to cover review material and look at things that you've already learned but you need some more help with. So as we go forward through into next week and the next 2 weeks, the next 3 weeks of April, we're going to be looking at more review materials than new materials. The intention across 8th grade, I've talked to the other science teachers in 8th grade as well, is to continue doing those choice boards. So if you don't like the choice boards, please go ahead and let me know. But definitely trying to give you the opportunity to have different ways to share out what you're doing, what you're learning, what you're seeing, and then hopefully get some different options on how to actually present that, or to actually get focus on what you specifically need. So let's say as we look back into our units, let's say that you are doing great with metrics, but you really struggled with types of energy. That's one of the ways that the choice board can really help. You can say, okay, I'm going to do some of these energy activities because I need to make sure that I'm learning that a little better and getting better prepared for high school. But I also want to do a metric activity or two so I know I can get some points. Or you could just do all the energy stuff and making sure that you're understanding it and going off and doing your best when you go to high school. You can always ask questions on it. So that'll be the plan. The plan going forward with those choice boards will be that you're expected to do 16 points per week. That's the same plan that you've had here. It's just that the choice boards weren't shared out until last week. So we kind of had a weird mishmash of where the weeks landed. And so that does add up to the 16s to get to that 40 points that's due by the end of this week. That is the plan. If you have any questions, definitely feel free to reach out. I know this was a long-winded intro vlog, but it is Monday. I wanted to make sure I'm covering all the information from the weekend. I am going to take a look at your work, get some grading, get some feedback sent out to you guys. Have a happy Monday. Be safe. Take care of yourself and others. Wash your hands. We love you. See you tomorrow.